Hey everybody, welcome to another video review by cigarfellas.com. My name's Moose. I'm going to be doing your video review today. And yesterday I was visited by a friend of mine who brought me a few cigars, and I decided that I was going to make sure that today I got to review one. So this particular cigar actually comes in quite a few different vitolas. However, he just happened to bring me like the biggest one. So, without further ado, the Asylum Straight Jacket. This is the 7x70, which I'm kind of digging. I've always been kind of a bigger ring gauge guy when I first started out smoking cigars, and since I've learned to appreciate other vitolas. However, I'm totally down with this. So, one thing I want to say is that I don't know how long this review is going to take, but I'm assuming this is probably 2.5 hours to smoke this. So hopefully we'll be in good shape. One thing I do want to point out is the band actually looks really cool. I'm trying to get that as close as I possibly can in the camera, but just the band itself is really cool. The way that it kind of seems like it's almost wrapping the cigar in a straight jacket, which is kind of cool. The cigar itself is quite chocolatey brown. It has, I would say medium veins, a light toothiness, nothing major. This is actually very well rolled. Not a lot of lumps, but just a few spots that are kind of dipped in, and hence the light toothiness. It is a triple cap. The construction on the cap is excellent. I've yet to see a Asylum cigar that didn't have great construction. It looks very intimidating with the size, especially looking down the foot of it. The foot has kind of almost like a nutmeg smell to it. It's definitely an interesting spice, but it is what it is. The wrapper itself smells like, to me, I always say this, it smells typical tobacco. It's got a very distinct tobacco flavor, but I don't foresee any major issues with the cigar anyway. I see that it's like I said, very well constructed. I feel like it's going to hold together well, and I don't know, let's try to fire this puppy up. As always, I will be using my Cigars scissors, especially with this big old 70 ring gauge. I don't think I have, well, I do have a nub cutter, but draw from the cigar is great. It's there's no issues whatsoever. Yep, none at all. It's a nice thing. See if I can get I'm running a little low on fluid here. There we go. See if we can get this puppy torched up a little bit. I have to adjust my flame for sure, because there is no way this thing is going to toast without quite a big flame, that's for sure. I probably chose the wrong lighter to actually toast this behemoth of a cigar, but hey, that's the way it goes. Not as bad as I thought with that original, or that that initial retrohale definitely has lots of thick spice. Leaves a real tingly sensation in my my nasal cavity. Even now, the finish in my nostrils is still sticking around. Smooth at the same time though. Nothing super harsh, you know. I mean, you know, and let me explain. When I say smooth, basically what I mean is it doesn't mean that the spices aren't heavy or they're not strong. It just means that they're smooth. You know, I mean, you can have a bad bourbon that you're like, oh my gosh, that was so rough, and you can have great bourbon that is just as full flavored but very smooth. So I just want to make sure that everybody understands where I'm coming from. Definitely by no means saying this cigar is light, because it is not light. Very, very pleasant flavors though. I would say that it's definitely got more of a woodsy tone to start than an earth tone. I would say that the aroma is very pleasant, kind of like a leathery, creamy, kind of a leathery creamy mix. I mean, really, that's what I get from it. Light spices, flavor-wise, as far as the draw goes. Definitely the little bit of red pepper there at the end, mixed with kind of a white pepper, which is a really interesting combination to me. At least that's what I get. Very smooth though, because I don't get the finish in my mouth. I get the finish in my nasal cavity from the retrohale. So let me get about a third of the way through this. I'm a little intimidated, but we'll come back and we'll talk more about this Asylum Cigars straight jacket. Thanks. Hey everybody, welcome back. So here we are. We're about a third of the way through this 7x70, and let me check the time here. We have been, well, I've been working on this for about an hour. So third of the way through, an hour in, and definitely this cigar does not disappoint. This is definitely a full-bodied cigar. I know that as time goes by, I smoke a lot of full-bodied stuff, so a lot of times I may not iterate enough that it's full-bodied, because I'm so accustomed to smoking such full-bodied cigars that to me anything less is kind of like, I don't know, it's just a little more difficult to explain, you know, because, you know, I'm expecting more. But there is definitely been some profile changes in this cigar. I'm definitely picking up more of a nutty flavor in it, a creamy nuttiness. There is no comments from the peanut gallery. There is definitely still some white pepper with a little bit of red pepper finish, especially in the retrohale. The cigar itself is very inviting and warm, and I know I've been using that term a lot lately, but I guess I just look at things from this standpoint. Here we are about mid-August in Michigan, and it's a cooler day. It's a little bit brisk, and at the same time, the cigar almost has that like campfire-y feel. You know, like it's such a great cigar, and it's so flavorful and pleasant that it creates that relaxed atmosphere of like sitting around a campfire and just not having, you know, any major stress. So as far as the cigar goes itself, it's an amazing cigar. I'm interested in trying the Robusto size. I'm kind of more of a Robusto smoker now. However, you know, I just like to see the flavor change if there is any. As you can see, the burn on this for sitting outside, it's still a little windy today, is very, I mean, very good for what we're doing. So can't complain a bit there. Outside of that, you know, let me smoke a little bit more of this, and we'll come back with more of this straight jacket from Asylum Cigars. Hey everybody, welcome back. So here we are. It has been 2.5 hours, and we've got I don't know, pretty close to about a third left. And I can sum up this cigar in a bunch of words, or I can sum it up in one word, and that one word would be amazing. It is a great, complex, full-bodied cigar. Keep in mind, this is the 7x70, so you know, I haven't had the Robusto, I haven't had the 6x60, I haven't had the, what is it, I think it's a 5.5 by 56. I could be wrong, because I want to say there's a 5x50, there's a 5.5 by 56. That one I could be wrong on. The 6x60, and then the 7x70. So I haven't had any of the other ones, but I was a little nervous about a 7x70. It's the first 7x70 I've smoked, and I was kind of, man, you know, what's this thing going to do to me? And to be honest, it has not been overpowering. It's very, very smooth, and all in all, just a great cigar so far. Well, actually, so far nothing. I mean, it's coming to an end. It's actually lightened up just a tad at the end. Nothing major, but retrohale. I get a little bit of nutty still. I still get just a hint of nut. I would say it's the red pepper is all but gone away. It's more of a white pepper, a creamy white pepper with a hint of nut in there. No comment from the peanut gallery. And all in all, just very, very smooth. The aroma from it is slightly sweet. It's nothing harsh. I actually believe that my wife would actually enjoy the aroma of this cigar, which is very uncommon. But she does like some of the, you know, slightly sweeter aromas. She is not a cigar smoker. However, it just goes to show that, you know, even something as big as the 7x70 doesn't have to be that typical stereotyped, oh my god, it's a big cigar. I'm actually looking forward to smoking the other ones, the smaller versions, and you know, we'll probably do a written review on those. As a matter of fact, I may even do a video review of the Robusto if I can get a hold of one. Outside of that, nothing bad at all about this cigar. Nothing. It's absolutely my profile. It's absolutely what I like. And if you follow me on YouTube quite a bit, then you'll know that if it's something that I say I like, then you're going to enjoy it as well. No doubt about it. It's very, very good cigar. I would definitely recommend picking up one. Maybe even picking up kind of a sampler of the different sizes. You should be able to find these locally wherever you are. Asylum Cigars is a growing business that's taking off extremely well, and between Christian and Tom, there should be coverage pretty much all over the United States. And if you can't find these locally, definitely say something to your local B&M and let them know, hey, listen, you know, you think you should really look into these Asylum Cigars. They've got a wide variety of cigars, and see if you can't get them to pick these guys up. If you can't get them to pick them up, you can always order this stuff through Cigar International or Cigar.com. I would definitely, and I don't really shout out all the time, but call up Andy at CI at Cigar International and let him know what's going on, that you're interested in some of these Asylums, and see if he can't hook you guys up with some kind of sampler package, especially a big sampler of Asylum cigars. I definitely would recommend that. Outside of that, you can always continue to follow us at www.cigarfellas.com. You can check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/cigarfellas. We still do tweet at cigarfellas. We definitely got to give our shouts out to our people that that we really love to support. One being Zycar. Definitely recommend Zycar cutters and lighters for all your cigar needs, and even your pipe needs. Also to cigarsforwarriors.net. We've got Moose Fest 2013 coming up in about 2 weeks here, about a week and a half actually, and we're really excited to have some Drew Estate stuff and some Asylum stuff out there, as well as our friends at Three Twins Brewing out of Lansing, Michigan. They are going to be out here and supplying some beer, and so we'll show some reviews of that stuff. Keep track of that on YouTube. And outside of that, to the men and women of our armed forces, please come home soon. We pray for you all the time here, and we support you 100%. You may not be necessarily fighting for American freedoms or my freedoms here in Michigan, but you are fighting for other people that can't defend themselves, and I can't say enough about how much I appreciate the fact that you guys are out there day in and day out, away from your families, risking your lives, just to make the world a better place. And I know that's tough for a lot of people to understand, but one way or the other, you are making a difference, and we appreciate it, and we pray for your safe return. We pray for your families, and that's about all. So until next time, I'm Moose here at Cigar Fellas, and we'll see you soon. Hey, so it's not very often that I actually do this, come back to a video review, but about an hour after I finished the review, I'm still smoking this cigar. So if that tells you what I think of this cigar, there's the before and there's the after of a 7x70 straight jacket. This is definitely a cigar, without a doubt, that I will stock in my personal humidor, without a doubt. This is probably, as a matter of fact, this will be in my top probably 4 of 2013. I don't see many cigars necessarily keeping up, and it's not, like I said, it's not often that I give so much praise to a cigar. I mean, everybody knows that I do have cigars that I do praise, but this is definitely one of those cigars that Tom and Christian have knocked out of the park, and I can't say enough other than thank you very much for letting me review it. Hasn't even been released yet. I think it's going to be in stores. Today's Wednesday. I think it hit stores on Friday. I know there's other people that have had them, but hey, look for them. They're that good. We'll catch you next time here at Cigar Fellas.